Hello friends, this is Amir Malik. In the previous video, we discussed almost everything about ArrayList. Like this video, if you want to watch this, you can watch this video, Java ArrayList. But in today's video, we have to discuss all the methods related to ArrayList. Means all the methods we can use with an ArrayList. In the previous video, we discussed lots of things like we have to import Java utility.ArrayList. When we have to use ArrayList, without this instruction, we cannot use an ArrayList in a program. Then we discussed that ArrayList is flexible. We can keep on adding more and more objects in an ArrayList, and another thing, ArrayList can only store objects, so we cannot use simple primitive data types like int or double in it. We have to use integer with capital I or double with capital D or string with capital S. So this is the difference between a normal array or a 2D array and an ArrayList. So in a normal array or 2D array, we use int, but here we use integer. In simple arrays, we use double with small d, but here we use double with capital D. And in a normal array, we use string with s, like small s, and here we use string with capital S. So these are the basic differences, in ArrayList and in array. Another difference is we can print ArrayList simply by using a print statement like system.out.println, and in the round bracket we just need to write the name of the ArrayList. We cannot do it with arrays or 2D arrays because we have to use either loops or nested loop to print arrays or 2D arrays, but we can simply use println statement to print an ArrayList. So in today's video, we are going to what we are going to do, we are going to learn all the methods. Yes, all the methods related to an ArrayList. So what type of methods we can use with an ArrayList, we have to learn this. So there are lots of methods we can use with an ArrayList. So if this is the ArrayList, name of the ArrayList is my ArrayL, and the first and the most important method we are going to use with it is add. Yes, so add is the most basic and important method we are going to use with the ArrayList. And add method is used whenever we have to add a value, like the objects we have to store in an ArrayList. And how can we use it? First of all, we have to write the name of the array, which is my ArrayL, and then dot and add. Simple. And in the round bracket, we have to write the very first value, which will be stored at index 0. So it means in this array, my ArrayL, it is a list, it is an ArrayList. The value, the object which is stored at index 0 is 12, and we can simply copy this, and the next value can be 25. Sorry, so the next value can be 25, and next value can be 36. Okay, now let's print this. I'm going to run the program and let's see how the ArrayList looks like. So I'm going to run it and let's wait for the output. So you can see this is the ArrayList with 3 objects, 12, 25, 36. So right now there are 3 values in this ArrayList, 12, 25 and 36. So add method can be used if we have to add a value in the ArrayList. Now we can use this add method in a different way as well. Okay, so I'm going to write it in this way. So if before the value we give one more parameter, which is 1, like it basically represents the index number. So it means that this value will be stored at index number 1. If we talk about these 3 instructions, so at index 0 we have 12, at index 1 we have 25, index 2 we have 36, but now we want 48 and in index 1 means it basically will be inserted between 12 and 25. So 12 will be at index 0 and at 1 there will be 48, and then 25 will move to index number 2. So let's print it. Let's print the array list so we can check how the new array list looks like. So I'm going to run it and you can see that the new array is 12, then 48, which is at index 1, then 25, and then 36. So if you want to insert a new value in an array list, you can use add method with these parameters, with these values. Like first value is always for the index number, and second is obviously the value we are going to store. If we want to store something at the very start of the array list, like index 0, I want to store like 87 at index 0. So now you can see that how the new array list order looks like. So it is 87, which is at index 0, then we have 12, then we have 48, then we have 36 and 25, and then 36. So this is the way you can update your array list with add method. Okay, add with an index number is obviously used to insert any value. What if we have to replace a value? For example, the new array list is this: 87, 12, 48, 25, and 36, index 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to replace the value 12 with a new value like 65. So how can I do this? I'm gonna do it now. So I can write it in this way: name of the array, my array L dot set. So this is the way you can replace a value. So I want to change whatever is stored at index number 1, because I want to replace 12 with a new value, for example 65. So let's see how the new array list looks like. So you can see that 87, 12, 48, 25, and 36. So new should be 87, 65, 48, 25, and 36. So let's run the program, and here is the result. So see, 87 and 65. So the value at index number 1 is replaced with this new value 65. So dot set method can be used to replace an existing value with a new value. Okay, so now if we want to remove something from the list, so for removing any value we have to use another method, which is array L dot remove. Okay, so you can simply remove any value by using the index number. There are two different methods. One method is you can remove any value by using the index number. Second method is you can remove it by using the object itself. So first we need to discuss how can we remove any value just by using the index number. So array name dot remove, and I'm going to write here the index number, and it will be removed. The value which is at index number 0 will be removed, and I want to remove one more value which is at index number 1. So if you see, we have like 12 at index 0, 25 at index 1, 36 at index 2, and 87 at index 3. So what we what it looks like, that 12 and 25 should be removed. So let's run the program, and we see that like 12 and 25 are deleted or something else. So let's run it and let's see. So we are left with 25 and 87. Means 12 is removed and 36 is removed, not 25. Why? Okay, let me tell you. As I told you, we have another method which is called yes, size. That is called size methods. So whenever we add or remove any object in an array list, the size method automatically updates the array list. So when this instruction was executed, remove 0, so this 12 which is at the index number 0, it was removed, and all the indices were updated automatically right after this instruction. So 25 goes to 0 index, 36 goes to 1, and 87 goes to 2. So according to the new order, according to the new sequence, according to the new numbering of index, 25 is at 0 and 36 is at 1. So now this instruction will be executed and 36 will be removed. So that's why you have to use remove method very carefully whenever you have to use it, because when you use the remove method very first time, all the indices will be updated automatically, and the next remove method instruction depends upon the new order, new sequence number. Okay, so this is the way you can use remove method if you have to remove any value at a specific index number. Now we will discuss how to remove something on the basis of the object itself. Like you can remove an object. Object means like 12 is an object, 25 is an object, 36 or 87, they're objects. So let me do it now. So I'm going to just delete this one, and what you have to do is in the round bracket you have to write new keyword and then object type integer, and in the round bracket you have to write the object. So if we want to remove 36, we don't know whatever is the index number, we just want to remove 36. So this is the way we can remove the object 36. If we want if we have to remove this value like 36 on the basis of the index number, then we have to remove it like 0, 1, 2. So this is the way we can remove any value on the basis of the index number. So this is basically about index number, this one. So this instruction is about removing any object on the basis of the index number. And this one, like this instruction is about if you have to remove any object not on the basis of the index number. So I'm going to run the program. So I'm going to run it, and you will see the new array will not have 36 because we have removed the object 36. So now we have 12, 25 and 87. So this is the way you can remove an object. And if you want to remove on the basis of an index number, then you just need to write array list name dot remove, and in the round bracket you have to write the index number. Okay, if we have to print the array list, as I told you earlier, that we can use simple println statement and the name of the array list, and we can print it. But what if we have to print a specific object at any specific index number? Then we can use it by writing my array l dot get. So get is another method you can use, and you can just use it. Like for example, if I have to print whatever is stored at index number 1, so if I write like this, array name dot get 1, it will simply return the object which is stored at index number 1. So if you have to print this specific value, this specific object, then you have to write it in the print statement, and this is the way you can print it. So this statement, instruction number 14, will print only the object stored at index number 1, and according to these values it will be 25. So I'm going to run it, and it will give you 25. So 25 is printed because we used this get method. Get method returns any specific object stored at any specific index number. So this is another method we can use with ArrayList. So you can see dot add method if we have to add an object, and if we have to add an object at a specific index number, that we have to use it in this way, that first we have to mention the index number and then the object. So if we have to print a specific object at any index number, that we have to use get method. If we have to remove any object, then we have to use remove method, and in the round bracket we have to use the index number. We can also use we can also remove any object just by just by writing the object number, but we have to write it like this: array name dot remove, and then new, and then the object type, and then the object. If we have to get the size of the array list, then we have to use it array name dot size. It will return the size, and obviously we have to use it in the print statement, so it will return the total size of the array list, like how many objects are there. And so these are the values. Like set, yes, one more was set. So if you have to replace a value, replace an object, then you have to use array name dot set, and then at index number, and then the new value. Like if you want to replace the value which is at index number 2 with the new one, then you can use set method. So these are some important methods you can use with ArrayList. So friends, this is all about methods related to ArrayList. If you like my videos, then don't forget to subscribe my video channel, and if you want to ask anything, you can write in the comment section, and I'll definitely reply your queries. And in the next video we will learn something new about Java. We will explore something new about Java. Till then, have a nice day.